It was a chilly Saturday morning when Harper knelt beside the display window, her tired eyes tracing the bright pink boxes lined up like tiny dreams she couldn't reach. Her daughter, Mia, stood beside her in a faded blue dress, clutching the edge of her mother's worn sleeve, her gaze fixed on a Barbie doll with golden hair and a sparkling pink gown. Inside the glass, everything looked perfect, smiling faces, glossy boxes, promises of joy. Outside, Harper's reflection told another story, one of exhaustion, struggle, and endless love wrapped in worry. She swallowed hard, feeling the sting behind her eyes. And then, with a trembling voice, she whispered, "Sweetheart, I can't afford a Barbie for your birthday this year. If you believe kindness and second chances can still change this world, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner of MotivHeart Tales. Sometimes, just one small act of compassion can rewrite a life forever." Harper had never imagined life would feel this way. Once, she worked at a cheerful cafe downtown, serving customers with a smile while saving every tip for little joys, crayons, ice cream, ribbons for Mia's hair. But when the cafe shut down under new management, Harper was left jobless, with overdue rent and barely enough food to last the week. Her husband had left years ago when Mia was just a baby, leaving only a note and a mountain of bills. Yet she fought every single day, cleaning houses, folding laundry, skipping meals, so her daughter wouldn't go to bed hungry. Now, with Mia's 6th birthday approaching, Harper wanted nothing more than to give her something special. Mia had been dreaming of that Barbie for months, talking about brushing her hair, dressing her up, like her friends at school. But Harper's wallet held only $8 crumpled. She tried to smile when Mia asked again, but her heart ached knowing the truth. She couldn't even buy a cake, let alone the doll behind the glass. That morning, she sat on the cold curb, watching her daughter press a tiny hand against the store window, whispering, "Maybe one day, Mommy." Before Harper could answer, a man in a dark suit stepped out of the store. Tall, neatly dressed, his expression both stern and curious. He had been standing near the doorway, unnoticed, watching the mother and daughter. His name was Cole Harrington, CEO of the very company that made those Barbie dolls, but Harper saw only a stranger in an expensive suit. Cole had been having a rough morning himself, meetings, deadlines, endless reports about profits and market trends, the noise of a life that had forgotten simplicity. But something about Harper's gentle attention, the way her eyes filled with love and pain, stopped him. It reminded him of his own mother, a woman who once cleaned offices so he could have textbooks and a chance at life. Harper wiped her tears and whispered, "You're still my princess. With or without a Barbie." The words struck Cole harder than any business deal ever had. Moments later, as Harper stood, trying to distract Mia with pancakes at home, Cole quietly called the store clerk. "Pack the display Barbie, the one in the pink gown," he said, slipping his card onto the counter. The clerk blinked, startled. "Yes, sir, of course." Then Cole followed them outside. Harper froze, instinctively pulling Mia closer. "Excuse me," Cole said gently, holding the pink box wrapped in a ribbon. "I couldn't help overhearing. Maybe this could make her birthday a little brighter." Harper shook her head, tears brimming. "Oh no, sir. Please. I can't accept this." "You are," Cole said softly. "Accept it from one parent to another, from someone who knows what it means to want more for your child than the world allows you to give." Tears streamed down Harper's face as she looked at the doll. Mia's face lit up with pure joy, hands trembling as she held it. "Mommy, she looks like me," she whispered. Harper could only nod, her throat tight with gratitude. Cole didn't wait for thanks. He smiled, turned toward a sleek black car, and paused. He said softly, "We're hiring seasonal staff at the new warehouse. Tell them Cole sent you." Then he left. That night, Harper placed the doll on their small kitchen table, lit a single candle from last year's leftovers, and sang happy birthday to her daughter. Mia clapped and laughed, clutching her new Barbie tight. For the first time in a long while, hope didn't feel like a fantasy. Days later, Harper visited the warehouse. She had no references, no polished resume. But when she mentioned Cole's name, the manager's eyes lit up. "You're the woman he spoke about," he said warmly. We've been waiting for you. She got the job that day. Months passed. Harper's life began to change: steady work, respect, support from co-workers, and a daughter who never stopped believing in magic. One evening, after her first paycheck, Harper took Mia back to that same store window. "Remember this place?" she whispered. Mia looked up, smiling. "No, Mommy. This is where you changed everything." Sometimes it isn't grand gestures or miracles that change a life, it's a quiet moment of kindness from a stranger that turns despair into hope. Cole never told anyone about what he did that day. But for Harper, it became the turning point she had silently prayed for every night. Before the ending, tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were in Cole's place? Would you have stopped to help, or walked away like most people do? If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner of MotivHeart Tales, where every story reminds us that humanity shines brightest when life feels darkest. Somewhere out there, another Harper is waiting for someone's kindness to change her world.